This is the plaintiff, Jennifer Kolarik. She says she went to the defendant's hair salon for some hair extensions, and 3 weeks later, they fell out, and so did her real hair. That's right, the inept defendant's stylist did something wrong. She now has an unsightly bald spot on her head, and she's mortified to go out in public. The defendant should have his business license revoked. He refuses to compensate her, so she's suing for the $1,500 she feels she's owed. This is the defendant, Danny. He says the plaintiff was very happy with her extensions when she left the salon. Sometimes people brush their hair too hard with extensions, and that can cause them to fall out. He has no idea how she got a bald spot on her head, because when she left, everything was fine. How he's responsible for what the plaintiff did to her head after she left his salon is of no concern of his, and he owes nothing. He's accused of a hair disaster.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
Welcome,
Ms. Kolarik?
Hi.
You are suing Danny for $1,500. $550 of it you want returned from your salon services, $100 to have the extensions removed, a copay for the doctor, and $800 in pain and suffering. What happened?
So it was Mother's Day, and my mom and I went to the salon. I had an appointment. He did my hair. He cut it.
Who's he? Is he
Danny, I'm
actually
sorry.
done it? Okay.
Danny, and
No, that's fine. I just
I
wanted
was
to show it was the
complaining
same
that
he.
it was thin, and you know what's
Is it?
going on. Oh yes, it's thin, and it just doesn't. It grow. It takes a very long time to grow. So that's when Danny suggested hair extensions,
Okay.
and I was concerned because I've heard other stories about them breaking your hair, and he had promised that the ones that he was putting in, or he was having one of the girls at the salon put in, she's a specialist, and it's all about how they're put in, and that they're tape and they will not break your hair.
Okay. So tell me about the extensions and how they work.
So these are tape and extensions. How it works is you take a thin slice of hair, and the extensions have.
When slice, you mean just you take a little bit of hair.
So we section off a little piece of
Right.
hair.
You don't actually cut the hair or anything.
No,
right?
not at all.
Okay. Right.
So there's two extensions with both of them have tape on it, and we pretty much sandwich the extensions.
The
to
real
the
hair. You sandwich
Exactly.
the real hair in between the two extensions. And
That's
the
right.
tape that comes on it, what product do you use? Is there,
So we get our hair from a wholesale company, and
how long have you been using that company?
we have been using it since we opened, so that's about a year.
How close do you put it to the scalp?
So it's supposed to be an inch away from the scalp.
Okay. And why does it have to be an inch away from the scalp?
That's just the proper way to put it on.
But why is it the proper way to put it on? Do you know or no?
I personally don't do hair extensions, but it's because you don't want it too close to the scalp. And
Okay.
Jennifer actually had it done twice. It wasn't the first time she got it done, and she, from my knowledge, was very happy, so she got it done
Okay.
the second time.
So how many times did you get that done?
Okay, well, I had it done the first time.
The first time, which was what date?
It was May 18th.
Okay. And
was-
then you had it done a second time?
That's how I was told it works. You have them put in. And
Right.
then
So when was the second time you went in?
I believe it was June 26th, 6 weeks later. or
Okay.
27th, yeah.
And then what supposedly happens on the second date?
You have them taken out.
All of them.
I had 10, yes.
Okay.
taken
And
out.
you have fresh ones put on or
No,
what?
No. I was told from the beginning that they would be only good for two times. So she puts them in. The second time, 6 weeks later, you have them taken out, put back in, and then you cannot use them anymore.
Wait, you have them taken out and the same ones put back in?
Yes. And
Okay.
I was aware of
And
that.
so that's what happened in June 26th?
Yes.
Okay. When did you first notice a problem?
2 weeks after that.
Okay. And what was the problem that you noticed?
Well, my friend and coworker, Lisa,
Okay.
was standing next
Go
to me.
ahead, Lisa. Hit it, Lisa.
Well, we were at work, and we were talking, and she was showing me the extensions. She was very proud of them. And then I noticed, when she turned her head, I noticed that there was a bald spot. I saw her scalp, and
Right.
I've never seen that before. I mean, we've been working together over 10 years. So we've,
So
I've
the
seen her
day
many
you
times.
noticed that was that 2 weeks after June
2 weeks.
26th?
Yeah, she was
All right.
showing us.
So we're
and-
talking about mid-July. You
Yes.
see a bald spot, almost
Yeah,
mid-July.
okay, yes.
All right, go on.
So I said to her, maybe you should, check out what's going on. Maybe something's going
How
on.
big was the bald spot? Is the bald spot still
I
there?
have a picture.
Okay, so bald spot's gone
It's
already.
oh, no, it's still there, but,
Can I see it? Come forward.
okay. I have a couple of them.
Okay, I'd like to see all of them. What do you think? You're suing over a bald spot. What do you think is going to
Yeah,
happen?
but
Of course,
I
I'm
have
going to
the
ask to see them.
I have the pictures. I don't know if you could see. And this is also months later.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't know
I'm
if
trying
you
to find
can
out if you
see it.
still have it, not if you
Yeah,
had
I don't know
it.
if you could see it. You could feel free. I don't know if it's there still. I know.
Yeah, it's a
You
little
see?
red there.
It was red. Yeah, I know it.
Why is it red?
Well, I have a doctor's note saying that I had traction alopecia due to the extension rubbing, which I didn't feel, but that's what it was. That's what the red spot is for.
But what's the rubbing? The extension doesn't rub. A human rubs. Like the
No,
extension
just,
is
it was
just
close
there.
to my scalp.
Right. So extension's
Moving,
just there.
But if you move it, if your hair moves, it was rubbing. That's what the doctor told me. I
All right, well, good.
I didn't feel it, so I don't know. I didn't-
Right. Right. All right. Do you have any bald spots you want to show me right now? Is there anything else that you wanted me to look at? Okay. So go ahead. And now we have a picture of the bald spot in question. It is so zoomed in, I have no idea the size. So the hair grew back. Okay. So I do have an idea of the size because I have down here, I have an extension. I'm looking at this extension.
Yes.
And it doesn't look like it's an inch away from her scalp. You looking at it?
It's hard to tell because the hair is covered, but if you were to lift the hair, you would clearly see it's an inch away.
If I what?
It's more supposed to be a half an inch. I just say an inch.
Well, don't just say an inch if that's not what it is. Did you ever take your head to someone else and have them, someone else who does extensions, who could say that they did something wrong in the way they put it?
I did go to someone else, but she wasn't sure why, as a stylist.
No,
yeah.
while the hair extensions were in there. So you did go to someone else.
I had her take them out
You had a different person take them out at that same salon or somewhere else?
somewhere else.
Oh, okay, good. And do you have anything from that person? No. And that person wasn't sure what the problem was because she didn't say, well, the problem is they put him too close or anything like that, right?
She did say they were close. And
You
they
didn't
was-
say that until I said it.
Well, I'm
And I
thinking-
don't have anything from her, do I?
Okay. No,
All
you don't.
right.
No.
My friend, you're going to have to, I need to hear from somebody about how far they have to be. Your testimony was, she said an inch away, and then the picture I'm looking at shows it pretty close. That would be evidence of negligence during putting it in. So,
Well, that picture was actually taken 3 weeks, I believe, after it was done.
if it didn't crawl up.
Yeah. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know how.
So, do you have someone else who does hair extensions there?
No.
Now, copay for doctor's visit. You went to the doctor. What did the doctor tell you? Let me see exactly what the doctor told you. Why don't you hand it to him?
That's okay.
Clinical impression, traction alopecia of scalp. Okay, now your theory on this is she left, she was happy, and bad stuff happened later, and who knows why it happened. And but do you have a theory of how something like that could happen?
I am not 100% sure because I, again, don't know what goes on once the client leaves the salon. So I really don't know where the bald spot came from, but we've never had a situation like this, and neither has the stylist in her whole history of doing hair extensions. So,
Yeah, you're wrong about an inch. It's a lot more like half an inch. It's a lot more difficult for stylists to cause damage to a client's hair with tape-in extensions. Does anybody know why you have a bald spot? Because traction alopecia means that your hair has been pulled out. But why? Like, in other words, why did your hair, from what? From you brushing it, from you combing it, from you scratching it, from them putting in the extensions? I mean, is there anybody who can tell me that the extensions were put in wrong?
No. I honestly, no.
It's so strange that you had no reaction, because then I would think, well, maybe it was a chemical reaction or something, but you had no reaction from May 18th till mid-July. That's almost 2 months.
Can I just make a statement?
Yes,
before?
yes.
Well, it's actually hard to pin it on the hair extensions because when she arrived to the salon, she had all 10, we put in 10 pieces of hair extensions in her hair, and all 10 were still in her hair whenever she came back the second time. So the hair that was attached to the hair extensions was still intact.
Right. So he makes a really good point. His point is that where the hair extension is, that hair didn't fall out. So I think the point he's making is if that hair didn't fall out, then this analysis I'm having about how close it is or how not close it is irrelevant, because that's not where the hair fell out. You see what I'm saying?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Can your hair fall out by getting hair extensions?
Yes,
Why is that?
because like the extension can damage your hair if it's like bad made, if you don't do it
Is it
right.
like too tight or what?
Yeah,
Or is it chemicals?
it can be both.
What do you say? What do you think? Do you think extensions can make your hair fall out?
Well, I think probably because if it's not like your natural hair, like maybe your hair could fall out due to the fact that it may be tugging on your hair too hard.
Oh, so it's too tight.
Maybe.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Based on what I'm hearing, I've got it. You know, these are tough cases to prove, but the way people prove them is they go to another reputable salon, and the salon says they use the wrong chemical, or they use this, or her type of hair is not the type of hair that should be using this other thing, or usually, I think this is my first taped extension case. I've always had the weave-ins, and so it's a matter of the weave-in. But I have a situation where you have these things put in on May 18th. On June 26th, everything is hunky-dory, and it's not until 2 months later. And I don't know why you got that bald spot. I'm very happy that it's gone, or virtually gone, and that your hair has grown back there. But I don't see that you have proven to me that the salon did something wrong. I just don't see it based on the evidence that I have in front of me, and I'm ruling in favor of the salon.
Well, unfortunately, the plaintiff was unable to prove her case. You
I'm
must
not
be
a stylist.
disappointed. How do you feel?
I'm not a stylist. I just am here because I had damage that I thought was due to the hair extension, and I disagree, but that's how it goes. What can I say? That's really what this is about.
Must be disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed, but that's life. What are you
Okay,
going to do?
very good. All right.
Thank
you
you,
very
thank
much.
you,
I'm
thank
sorry
you.
for you.
No, that's okay.
I know
Life
you,
goes on.
you went through the effort to file the
Yes,
case,
thank you,
know?
thank you.
All right, very good. Danny, you were kind of in a bad position here, not knowing a whole lot about extensions, and you really needed the stylist. But you won the case.
Yeah, so I'm
Did you,
fortunate for that.
did you think you were going to win?
I think I had pretty good chances, yeah. I wasn't 100% sure. It's my first time in court, but pretty happy with the turnout.
Well, I guess you should be. I think you're lucky. I thought she was going to win. I don't know, you know. Okay, very good. You can go back and talk to your stylist now. Tell her she's off the hook, okay? Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Take care. Harvey?
I mean, the key to this case, Doug, is that as soon as you realize there's a problem, you've got to contact the salon. The problem here is the plaintiff waited way too long, 2 months. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.